Hey everyone, it's Kevin here, and we're here with another deck tech from Oregon Regionals, Winter Regionals. Here I'm with Ricky Gao, who made top 16 with Blastoise, Keldeo, and Mewtwo. So Ricky, just talk about the deck in general, strategy.
Well, like as you can see from the list right here, it's pretty. My build is pretty deep vanilla. It's just I just try to jam Keldeo in your face and knock out 2 EXs with one Keldeo. And then if you go Mewtwo,
So the main point is just get a Blastoise so you can attach as many energies as you want and just use like amazing attackers like Keldeo and Mewtwo.
Yeah.
So looking at your list, it's 4 Squirtle, 3 Blastoise. So anything special about those numbers?
Originally I had it as 404 Blastoise, but I didn't feel like I needed the 4th Blastoise. Like most of the time, if they do go after your Squirtle, one will be KO'd anyways, and you usually never need more than 1 Blastoise. Sometimes you need 2, but this entire tournament, nobody has gone after my Blastoise. The game right now is just basically you want to KO 3 Pokemon, 3 EXs for 6 prizes. You don't really want to do anything else.
Yeah.
So.
And then, I mean, 3 Keldeos, 2 Mewtwo is pretty standard for the deck.
Yeah, I kind of would have liked the 4th Keldeo just so I don't start Squirtle, but I needed the space, and in the end, if I'm gonna get dogged, I'm gonna get dogged. So.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on, you play 12 supporters and then 2 beaches, which kind of act like supporters in a sense.
It's kind of lacking. Before I would, at a cities, the first time I ever played this deck, we tried an experimental list with 0 end. We pretty much got it from Jason K. With 0 ends and 3 beaches. I personally didn't like it. I felt that end was just too strong of a comeback card not to play in multiples, so I stuck with 2. In retrospect, I might have won like 3, but again, space is kind of an issue.
Then yeah. And then anything we would change with support, like, other than the ends? The 4 Skyla's good?
Yeah, the 4 Skylas was definitely good because you want the beach turn 1. Like with the Skylas and the computer search, you have 5 ways to get beach in addition to just drawing beach straight out.
Yeah, 7 cards that will get you a beach turn 1 for sure.
Yeah.
And then looking at like trainers, 4 like Energy Retrieval, 4 Rare Candies, 4 Ultras, it seems pretty standard. You play 3 catchers though, which a lot of people thought like 4 catchers is a staple in every deck, but some decks are like playing less now.
Yeah, well, for me it was just like, again, space is an issue, but I figured that I wouldn't need the catchers. I would just because with Keldeo, there's so much one-shot capability. You can just one-shot whatever and then capture an important prize and take it. Like, for example, Blastoise Mirror, you don't really need the catchers. It would be, I think, a matchup that you need catcher in, definitely, is the Ray-Eel matchup, where you can possibly go first, get aggressive with your Keldeos and knock out Eels. But, I don't know. Seems fine.
And then over here, looking more, you have 2 EV Lights and Max Potions as your sort of heal stuff. You like that setup?
Before I had a Pokemon Center, just to bounce like, for example, Sky Arrow or Esmeralda City, or bounce my own beach to deny my opponent having the ability to Tropical Beach on their turn if they have a dead hand. But I felt that EV Lights were needed for a big event like Regionals because I expected some Ray Eels. Like, personally, I don't really feel like Ray Eel is a strong play considering that you can get dogs with it. But I still felt it was a strong deck. I feel that Ray Eels would be the best deck if it's set up. So I definitely played 2 EV Lights. I know that some Ray Eels are cutting out Tool Scrapper for space because they expect Keldeo not to run the EV Lights, so I ran 2, and hopefully if I do play against Ray Eel,
you can get them with it.
I make them burn 4 energy, but I didn't play against a single Ray Eel, so whatever.
And then the Computer Search and the Level Ball are pretty standard. What about the Tool Scrapper though? Do you find that too useful?
Well, early beforehand, I talked to a couple of friends. I know that some players were considering the Garbodor deck, and I played. If you watch our videos, you saw the last of these. I played Blastoise as well. One round, I played against the Garbodor deck. I should have lost that match, but I somehow managed to win. But Tool Scrapper would have just won me the game easily because I would have just had 1 turn to get Blastoise, deluge a bunch of energy and win. But
okay, and then last you have 13 energy, 12 water, 1 double colorless.
Yeah.
Anything special about the 1 double colorless?
Oh, it was just so I could sack and like kill Tynamos on the first turn if I go first. Like when I start Mewtwo, they start Tynamo. I skyline for computer search DC GG, so I just win like an unfavorable matchup just for free.
So that's pretty much all about the deck. What about like your matchups going into the event? Like, what do you think about it?
I feel that my deck was pretty consistent. I felt like Blastoise Mirror is just basically who runs well. If your deck is gonna run, like it's about going first. Who gets the first Blastoise out? Who gets the first 2 prizes? Who gets the giant Keldeo? I was like, it's dumb in the sense, but I felt that this was like, I felt like it was the best deck to play, just because it was, well, it's kind of simple to play, but I felt like I had, with my list, I felt like I had options. I could outplay people, and yeah, I think for the past 2 tournaments, I've gone 18-1 with this deck. Of course, you have to get a little lucky, but I feel that there's some skill involved in the deck, or else you can't go 18-1.
Yeah. What about like other matchups, like against Rayquazias?
In terms of matchups, I would say Blastoise. Yeah, it's of course 50-50 because it's mirror. Regoinals is probably unfavorable, 40-60. But again, you have the ability to just one-shot one of their Regoinals, like with one of their Rayquaza EXs, and be ahead. So, but even then, it's a bad matchup. That's why I play the Eviolites for.
And then, what do you think about like the fighting decks, like the Landorus base decks?
The Landorus base decks, I feel like I have a strong matchup unless I don't get donked. I know for some, I know there's 2 variants of the Landy Mewtwo Blonde deck. One has Tornadus, one doesn't have Tornadus. I feel like I have a great matchup against the one without Tornadus. But against the Tornadus one, it's kind of 50-50 because they can just steal the game from me outright by going turn 1ing a Squirtle, which happened to me in top 16.
Okay, so that's the deck. Any last comments you'd like to say about the deck or anything tournament-wise?
I think, the format right now is kind of straightforward, and as you can see, I played a straightforward deck and did decently, so yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed our deck profile.
Yep.
Hopefully we can get more cities videos up. If we have the stuff. We unfortunately couldn't record at our regionals because we don't have the ability to because we're Canadians in America.
Oops.
So we got destroyed pretty hard.
Yeah.